Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. Happy Wednesday. All right, it is 4:01 p.m. We're going to get started. My name is Brittany Maxwell. I am a gold consultant in EVO 100 with Team Sky. I have been with the company about a year and a half now. I absolutely love this. I would not see myself doing anything other. Okay, in today's training session, we're going to be going over the entrepreneur mindset. Okay. And it is a dream, believe, and achieve. If we can dream it and believe it, we can achieve it. All right, hey everyone. I see you all just hopping in. Let me mute this ding because it goes off every time someone comes in. All right, we are just getting started for our Entrepreneur Motivation Workshop. All right, and just a little bit about me. My name is Brittany, and I am on Team Sky. Miss Emily Jimenez is my adopted mentor. So she is absolutely fabulous, right? I am a homeschool mom for 8 years. I have 2 boys, 17 and 6, and I currently teach science and nature to 19 fabulous 5 to 9-year-olds, and that's with our local homeschool group, right? And I currently live in Louisiana. I'm a published children's author. I love to write. I love to read. We spend a lot of times outdoors. We go camping at least once a year. We actually have a camping trip coming up in November for my brother's birthday. I'm so excited. It's our first one of the year. I love gardening and just, to all around have fun with my family and just enjoy life to the fullest, right? Who doesn't want to enjoy life to the fullest? Right, welcome to Entrepreneur Mindset Workshop. All right, unlike the traditional path you might take at an organization or in your career, there is no blueprint for entrepreneurs to follow. Right, that's because entrepreneurship is a lifestyle choice, not a career. Entrepreneurs aren't pounding the pavement looking for work. Instead, entrepreneurs keep busy trying to create opportunities for themselves. And they're unafraid of what can happen if their big idea doesn't take off right away or at all. This so-called entrepreneurial spirit is what experts refer to as the entrepreneurial mindset. In this session, we will discuss some characteristics that make up that mindset and how to keep your drive and motivation. Okay, y'all. So, what is an entrepreneurial mindset? An entrepreneurial mindset is a specific set of beliefs, knowledge, and thought processes that drive your entrepreneurial behavior. Those with an entrepreneurial mindset tend to believe in their ability to succeed and influence their own outcomes, empowering them to take ownership of their own lives. Right? You have compelling goals that keep you future focused and motivated, driving themselves to be self-direct, action-oriented, and highly engaged. You have an optimistic interpretation of adverse events and see problems as potential opportunities, becoming highly resilient, resourceful, and solution-oriented, even within highly uncertain, resource-constrained environments, right? Be lifelong knowledge seekers with a focus on micro experiments as learning opportunities to test ideas, right? Cultivating curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking. All right, we all know in the industry that we are, the travel specialist, it is in our best interest to really think outside of the box when it comes to advertising our business, as well as just, doing the day-to-day mock bookings. Think outside of the box, be creative, right? Display a high level of reliability, understanding that following through on simple solutions can lead to unforeseen opportunities, right? Have a humanistic outlook, being other focused, and understanding that one creates value by looking to solve problems for others, and surround yourself with an intentional community of positive influence and critical guidance. It is important to note that successful entrepreneurs are often touted as exponential individuals. An entrepreneurial mindset can be developed and enhanced.
Mom, I need this thing.
Go, I'm in the training, baby. Through entrepreneurial experiences, and to cultivate the entrepreneurial mindset, we must create entrepreneurial learning experiences within our trainings, our organization, as well as our communities. Right? We all have a mindset, yet often are not consciously aware of it or the profound effect it has on our lives. Right? Our mindset is the underlying mechanism that can expose opportunities and ignite our ambitions, engaging our faculties in ways that enable us to flourish as well as thrive. Yet our mindset can also bind us and blind us to opportunities and hinder our ability to learn and grow, keeping us tethered to the familiar yet unproductive patterns of thought and actions. Right? Determination is a big characteristic of the entrepreneurial mindset, and it is the refusal to fear failure. And that is what keeps entrepreneurs going. We do not fear failure. If something doesn't work out, we move on to the next. As setbacks happen, entrepreneurs seek solutions instead of focusing on the negative. Right? And a thirst for knowledge. Entrepreneurs have a natural desire to learn, and this is what often drives them to be successful. We have ideas, but recognize that much more information is needed to bring those ideas to life. And focus. Entrepreneurs rarely allow distractions to take their minds off the matter at hand. We all have things that go on in day-to-day life, and we have to deal with our day-to-day life, but letting them get in the way of your goals and your success, that does not need to happen. Right? Lack of focus. Failing to find that critical motivation can lead to procrastination, decreased productivity, and mental distress. Today, we will go over some useful tips on how to stay motivated so you can be happy, healthy, productive, and successful. All right, you are golden. Right. These are some of the things based on my own life. What has helped me over the past year to stay motivated and to continue on? Stay strong and power on. Create a morning routine. Waking up early and having a morning routine is a great way to get motivated in life. It sets a positive tone for your entire day, and it helps you stay motivated while you work. It is an organized, repeatable process that gets you in the habit of starting each day strong and ready to tackle on the world. Right? You can explore other routines as well. Everyone has different morning routines. You can start developing your own routine to have a great morning and also do what best fits your lifestyle. What's most important is that your routine should energize you and prepare you for the work day. Get up early. Make sure you get up early. I am so much more productive when I get up early. And studies have shown that people who get up earlier are actually more productive than those who get up later. So if you want to start your day positively, getting up early is the first step. Okay? Right? And waking up your body. Getting up early is different from waking up your body. You may wake up early mentally, but your body may still feel like sleeping. Jumpstart your day by waking your body up early in the mornings. I like to start my day by waking my body up by opening the blinds. My spouse will jump in the shower. Right? Walking around the block a few times is a fantastic way to get your body flowing and your muscles moving. Even if you don't have the time to walk around the block a few times, walk around your yard. right? I try to walk in the mornings at least 3 times during my work week, right? Another good way to prep your body for a busy day is to stretch or do yoga for 5 to 10 minutes. Having breakfast is extremely important. Unless you're fasting, your body will reward you for putting healthy, good nutrients into it when you get up in the morning. High fiber cereals, smoothies, and juices are a nutritious option that will give you the fuel that you need to begin to start your day. Obviously, we are all working moms, we're working dads, we're always on the go. So coffee is my best friend. I am just going to throw that out there. I love coffee so much, so my day does not begin unless I drink that coffee. And I'm pretty sure there are so many of you like that as well. All right, and another way is wearing the right clothes. There's a reason we wear different outfits for different occasions and activities. Clothing have a strong psychological effect on our motivation and our ability to work. Dressing too casually can actually make you less focused and less alert. When we put on clothes, it is common for us to adapt to the characteristics associated with that outfit. A lot of clothing has symbolic meaning for it, whether it's professional work attire or a relaxing weekend wear. So when we put it on, we prime our brain to behave in ways that are consistent. Hush. So we prime our brain in ways that are consistent with that meaning. And I can definitely relate to this. When I work from home in shorts and a t-shirt or my pajamas, I feel so much less motivated. Right? I feel like I should be relaxing and watching TV and doing something other than work. Right? But I'll wear my jeans or one of my work shirts, or I'll put on one of my nice dresses. I instantly feel so much more motivated. I feel like I should be working. Right? A good rule of thumb is to wear the type of clothing you would usually wear for work. You don't have to wear a suit and tie, but try to dress the way you normally would, as if you were going and leaving your house to go to work. Right? And making a schedule, y'all. This is huge. Creating a schedule that contains a list of your prioritized tasks is a great way to optimize your time. And it can also help you stay motivated. Not having a list of what you need to do each day can result in your procrastination, disorganization, wrong prioritization, and an overall decrease in productivity. Right? I struggle with this sometimes, making a schedule and staying on schedule. Right? It's absolutely human nature to do that, but always go back to the schedule. Always go back to the goals that you've written. Right? And here is a step-by-step guide on how you can create a daily schedule. Right? Each morning, document what you must get done that day for the next day. Right? Create a list of tasks chronologically, from the first task in the morning to the last task at the end of the day. And break your big task down into smaller steps so that it is easy to accomplish. Right? And put a star or an asterisk or another mark next to your priority that is highest. Right? And some apps can also help you schedule tasks, but you can also use a Microsoft Excel or a Word document to create your schedule. Right? I love Microsoft Excel. I use it on the daily. Right? And know your peak energy and your slump times. Each of us has different energy levels at different times of the day. No one is energetic or motivated all throughout the day. So know when you have the most energy and know when your energy levels tend to be lower. This will help you optimize your daily schedule and maximize your activity. I'm not being. Right, sorry guys, I had to put myself on mute for a second. My kid's being excessively loud. right? So do your most difficult tasks when your energy levels are at their peak. When your energy levels are at their highest, do your most difficult task. Do your simpler, less demanding tasks when your energy levels are at the lowest. And take regular breaks. Working remotely like we do oftentimes frees us from the normal office distractions, but also this hyper-focused environment can also make us work for way too long, right? Have you ever worked without taking a break and you have felt completely drained? Have you experienced muscle and joint pain after sitting too long without breaks? Not taking breaks can cause muscle and joint problems, even causing repetitive strain injuries. Taking regular breaks boosts our energy and our vitality. It increases our motivation and it improves our focus and makes us more productive. Get in the habit of taking a 5 to 7 minute break every hour. Get up, do something that allows you to mentally and physically disconnect from your work. Take a quick walk to the mailbox, stretch, go to the kitchen and fix yourself a glass of warm tea. Make a healthy snack, spend some time with your pet, watch a short video or listen to a podcast, call a friend for 5 minutes, meditate, or plan out some fun activity, but make sure you take those breaks consistently throughout the workday and each work day. Right, getting enough sleep. Right, be sure that you get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. When we are sleep deprived, our mental and physical energy is quickly zapped. We lose our motivation, we lose our vitality, and our productivity. When we are sleep deprived, even simple things become difficult. It's critical that you get the proper rest. Without it, you will be fighting an uphill battle. Guys, I have 2 kids, one's 17 and one is 6. So my infant baby days are way past, but I can always refer back to that. Those newborn days are some of the most sleep deprived days. They are so well worth it. But just think about the mental exhaustion and the drain from not having the sleep on a daily basis, day in and day out. That's exactly what will happen. It's literally an uphill battle. You have to have your sleep, right? Staying up until 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock on the weekends, that's totally fine. But as long as you have that 7 to 9 hours of sleep, when you're ready to get back in to your work, your days will be so much easier, right? And exercising regularly. Regular exercise is something that all of us need to do. And we all know that this is important. Think about the times when we are working while we are physically tired, mentally exhausted, or in a bad state, right? Every hour literally feels like 2. Things that normally easily started require a lot of effort to stay focused. Exercise in 30 minutes of the day, do that 30-minute walk. Exercise regularly. And if you can't change the fact that we're working remotely, which we can't because a lot of us chose this, change how we view the situation. Yes, there's more isolation, but we do not have a structured office environment, and we may go through adjustment periods. However, our change of perspective can be in a positive way. Develop a positive mindset so that you can appreciate the benefits of your new job, your new career, and your new situation. You don't have to commute. You're saving money on gas as well as wear and tear on your vehicle. You don't have to worry about parking fees or bridge tolls. We don't have normal office distractions unless my kid is in the background playing and he won't stop. You also have time to be laser focused on what you're doing without worrying about being interrupted. It is an opportunity for us to unleash more of our creativity. We have control over our environment, the temperature, the lighting, the food, and our schedule, right? And things turn out best for people who make the best of the situations the way they turn out. All right, and developing a positive mindset, right? The motivation, the belief in yourself, the enthusiasm and the excitement for the workday, inspiration, happiness, and confidence, right? We all have inspiration, whether that be your kids or financial freedom, and happiness. Having the happiness and confidence will get you so much further. Knowing that we're at home working, this is a big step for a lot of us. A lot of us chose this career path because of the remote work. All right. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a homeschool mom. So having the time to do this when I need to is so important. Right? And confidence. Once you get those trainings and once you feel comfortable within your current situation, your confidence is going to go through the roof, y'all. When I first started this back a year and a half ago, it was May of 2021 that I started this. You can ask Miss Emily Jimenez. I would not even get on the mic and ask questions. I would just be typing it away in the chat box. Right? My confidence has gone through the roof. I can get on trainings and I can do webinars. I answer my phone all the time. I don't care who it is. And that's funny, but y'all laugh. It's true. A lot of us don't answer the phone if we don't even know who it is. So it's a huge step. And then I found this little clip on YouTube that I would like to share with you guys. All right. I'm going to play it in not a very long session, and I try to keep a lot of my non-training sessions not too long, all right? Once you master these tips on how to stay motivated as an entrepreneur, you'll find that working from home can be fun, fulfilling, and highly productive. It can also be an opportunity for you to do your best work in the comfort of your own home, right? And this is a little clip. It's from Brian Tracy, right? And I follow him on YouTube. So if you guys want to do that, just find his YouTube and follow him on YouTube. But I also follow quite a few other motivational speakers as well as entrepreneurs. So definitely go onto YouTube and find motivation, entrepreneurs that really speak to you and touch your heart, right? And I am going to play this video. We are still recording, so I will try to put this in the recording. All right, I'll just mute myself for a second to play, y'all.
If you go into the kitchen to cook a dish and the very first thing you get is a recipe and you follow the recipe and you work with the recipe, eventually you'll master that dish. Once you've mastered it and made it a few times, you can make the dish over and over again and you'll remember the recipe. You don't have to keep going back to the recipe book. Now, if somebody says, boy, that's really delicious, you don't say, well, it's a miracle, like something out of voodoo. No, you just followed a proven recipe that had been worked out by people before you. And that's basically the secret of success. If you want to be successful in starting a business, then you study what people have learned, and everything that people have learned, they've written down or shared in seminars or put onto audio programs. I learned this from a very wise man named Kopmeyer, who spent more than 50 years studying success. And he had developed more than 1,000 success principles that he had derived out of something like 6,000 books. And when I met him, I asked him the question you would ask. Of all these 1,000 principles, because I'd studied it all, which is the most important principle of all? And he said, Brian, he said, it's simple. He said, use proven success methods. He said, learn from the experts. He said, Brian, you'll never live long enough to learn it all for yourself. So what I find is that successful people are those who learn from others who've gone before them. Unsuccessful people try to make it all up, like a cook going into the kitchen, taking ingredients out of the cupboards, throwing them all in a bowl, and wondering why it doesn't taste good. This is why people's sales careers, why 80% of salespeople are functioning well below their potential. Only 20% make all the money. Why 20% of businesses in any industry make all the profits. why 20% of the professionals in any service make 80% of the money, and so on. It's because they follow proven success principles, proven recipes, proven formulas, proven combinations, and they just do them over and over again until they master them. Then they can do more and more of them, faster and faster, easier and easier, at a higher level of quality. And all that translates into greater results. We are where we are and what we are because of the choices and decisions that we have made in the past. Choices and decisions with regard to the jobs we take, the people we work with, the people we marry, live with, socialize, the investments we've made, the uses of our time, and so on. We are where we are and what we are because of our choices and decisions. So the starting point of changing our life is to make new choices and decisions, which requires that we stop making old choices and decisions that are not helping us. In other words, to get into something new, you've got to get out of something old. To start associating with positive people, you've got to stop associating with people who are not helping you. And in many cases, people realize they're going to have to break off old friendships, break out of relationships. I've seen this happen countless of times. Quit jobs, stop associating with negative family members who are constantly critical. You're going to have to reorient yourself to more positive people. Now, the third principle that's so important is this, is that there's a law of attraction in the universe that says that you attract into your life people and circumstances in harmony with your own thinking. So if you start to read really good material, set goals, commit to your own personal development, strive to become good at what you're doing, listen to positive audio programs, associate with positive people like at this seminar, what happens is you set up a force field of energy that is invisible, but it attracts into your life people, circumstances, possibilities, opportunities that would not have been there in the absence of your own changed thinking. So all three conspire. Stop making bad decisions, start making good decisions, start associating with people who encourage you, are in harmony with what you think, and then trust to this law of attraction to bring the right people into your life.
Dr. Shirley Blotnick's study of self-made millionaires. 83 out of 1,500 people became self-made millionaires over 20 years. He found that the one quality that they all had in common was that they picked work that they loved. They specialized in that work. They became very good in it, and they eventually became paid very well for it, and then they held on to the money. I throw that last one in because I know a lot of you can relate to that. They held on to the money. They didn't gamble or speculate. They were very conservative with their money. They got paid more and more, and they held on to it. One of them started off cleaning toilets on the night shift for an airline, and today he's the president of the airline and makes $1,950,000 a year. He's been with the airline for 35 years, but it's not difficult to become a millionaire when you're making $1,950,000 a year. Even with taxes, you can still do pretty well. He found that the quality that separated these people from the ones who struggled for 20 years and weren't much further ahead than when they started was that they became totally absorbed in their work, totally committed to their work. They lost themselves in their work, and when they lifted up their head about the age of 43, 44, their accountant told them, by the way, you're worth over $1 million now. Did you know that? Most of them became wealthy without even knowing it. And so it's important that you find the work that you can commit yourself to. It's important that you find the relationship you can commit yourself to. And if you are an employer and you have people working for you who are not committed to their work, these people are like rotten apples in a barrel. I have found that people who are not committed to their jobs are people who will always cause trouble within an organization. And that people who are committed, you don't have to be the most talented, and you don't have to be the best looking, you don't have to be the best educated, but if you're committed to your work, you'll do more than all the people with all of those blessings. So commitment is important. Helen Keller said this beautifully. She said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. That the tendency, she said in the earlier parts of this statement, she said the tendency to seek security is the low road to failure. That courage is absolutely essential. And one of the things that I used to think that if you were really courageous, eventually you got to the point where you weren't afraid. I'm going to tell you something, that if you're not a little bit afraid, at least 3 or 4 nights a week, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not falling your face over and over again, if you're not trembling when you go to sleep with your heart pounding, then what is happening is you're not trying hard enough. You're living too far within your potential. That all really successful people live on the outside edge of what they're capable of. And it's always a little bit scary on the outside edge because we all have feelings of uncertainty. We all have fears. We all have doubts that hold us back. But the brave person is simply the person who moves forward and keeps taking the chance. And you cannot imagine a successful person without courage. You cannot imagine a successful person without the courage to face and confront their fears and to move forward.
I remember discovering something that was astonishing to me, and it was that your level of self-esteem or self-worth, your sense of personal value, the
the amount that you like yourself and respect yourself, determines the entire quality of your life. It determines the goals you set and how big they are. It determines how much you believe in yourself, which is how much you persist in your goals. It determines what you learn. It determines how much you like other people, how much they like you back. So the psychology of achievement is based around this concept that the more you do the things that make you feel good about yourself, which is setting goals, working toward them, treating people well, learning, taking good care of yourself, all the positive things that you do, raise your self-esteem, improve your self-image, improve the quality of your relationships with other people, and enable you to have a wonderful life. And that just set me off. I teach a program. It's an advanced coaching and mentoring program to business owners. And I tell them that if you come and work with me for 1 year, I will show you how to double your income and double your time off within 12 months. And then what I do is I front-end load the first day of coaching so that they double their income within 30 days. Everybody does it. It's very simple. I hand them out a spiral notebook, like a school notebook, and I say, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to write down 10 goals that you'd like to accomplish in the next 12 months. Write them in the present tense as though they are already a reality. Not I will earn, but I earn. And then at the end of it, write by and have a due date. I earn this amount by this date. I weigh this number of kilos or pounds by this date. I achieve this goal by this date. Now, when you write it down, you engage in what is called a psychoneuromotor activity, which is a 50-cent word, as we say. It's a big word. But what it means is that you see it when you're writing it, you sub-vocalize when you are speaking, you kinesthetically write it, and by doing the handwriting, you actually program it into the hard drive of your subconscious mind. And I've had people do this exercise once, and a year later, they found that list of goals, and they were astonished to find that 8 of the 10 goals had been achieved. I spoke to a gentleman recently, remarkable story. He said, after he had gone through my seminar, and he heard me say, write down 101 goals that you want to accomplish in your lifetime. Well, he was about 24. He was struggling. He was poor. He had a used car, no money, unmarried, single, so on. So he went home that weekend. He got a spiral notebook. He wrote down 101 goals. Now, 12 years later, I'm coming back to the same city, Atlanta, Georgia. And so he came to my seminar, and he said, I have to talk to you. He said, because 2 weeks ago, I was going through my papers, and I found that notebook. And I said, there's that notebook I wrote so many years ago. And he took it out, and he said, I wonder how I did. And so he began looking, and he took out a pen, and he began ticking off the 101 goals. So, yes, I achieved that. And I achieved that. And I achieved that. He said, Brian, and he started to cry. He started to shake. He said, Brian, I had achieved all 101 goals in 12 years. One of my goals was to marry a beautiful woman, which I did. To have children, which I do. To start my own business, which I did. To become a millionaire, which I am today. To own a new Mercedes, which I have. To put my children in private schools, which I did. To travel around the world, to learn a language, to sing a song, to learn to speak. He said, it was unbelievable. He said, not 100. 101 goals had been achieved in 12 years. He said, and it was overwhelming to him. He could not believe it because I had told him, if you write them down, it's like programming them into your subconscious mind, where they then begin to work 24 hours a day while you're doing other things.
All right, y'all, he touched based on manifestation, the laws of attraction, the universe and the laws of attraction. They really do apply to everyone. And manifestation works differently for everyone, all right? This is because all of us are unique. We have our own personal energies, as well as our own beliefs and our own life, all right? All right, the process of attracting experiences with our conscious attention, it has really been an integral part of my life for years, all right? I actually started this presentation at the 1st of September, and I added this video in. And not long after I added this video in, I was at this store called Five Below. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It it's just like this little store where everything is $5 and below. But the first place that I went inside of Five Below was the book section, because I love books. I'm a huge book fan. I have, oh my God, I probably have 500 books. It's absolutely crazy. But I found this book inside of Five Below, and it's called the Manifestation Journal. And that's exactly what it is. It is a journal for me to write all of my goals, all of my dreams, right? And I realized that if I really wanted to achieve and fulfill my own personal desires, that I needed to understand this, and I needed to understand the universal law of attraction. Right. And it is very important for us to understand that the energetic laws of the universe are not exclusive to any one particular person or religion or practitioner. They are accessible to everyone, whether you're an agnostic or a follower. Manifestation is the practice that anyone can do as long as you open your mind and you trust in yourself. Right. One of the first things that I did in my manifestation journal was write down my goals, what I wanted to do. You know, I'm not looking at 12 years from now, and I'm not writing down 101 goals. I'm staying small for right now, and I'm sticking to short-term goals, SMART goals, what I know I can achieve within a year. All right. And I stick to my SMART goals. All right. And so really, me defining the process of attraction, it's really my way of writing my own story and transforming my biggest weaknesses into my superpowers. All right. Right. And the keys to success, right? I have no keys to success. I can offer motivation and I can offer guidance, but your key to success lies within you and your confidence and your ability and commitment to keep moving forward and to keep moving on, no matter how many struggles we go through throughout our process. All right. And also, you know, what we experience, it awakens us. And as long as we can continue with a new mindset and energy, we can accomplish anything. Right. I actually have kind of come to the end of our presentation. So if you have any questions or if there's anything that you would like to add, you most certainly are welcome to do that. I will go ahead and stop the recording. And I thank you all so much for staying. I honestly didn't realize that video was 10 minutes. I thought it was 5. I probably should have checked that. But you guys hung in there like champs. Thank you. All right. And thank you all so much for coming. If we leave this session and you have any kind of questions, definitely feel free to look me up on Facebook, you know, find me in the chats. I'm in Team Sky. So I'm always available. Thank you, Sally. It's definitely a new kind of training. I usually just do, you know, like vendors or team building or something. So this was, and I've done motivation trainings before, but this one was, I don't know, this one really spoke to me, you know, because we are entrepreneurs. We get up every day to go to work. So, and working on ourselves.